Eunice Public Schools, New Mexico, Career and Technology Education Department, General Shop, and Safety Expectations. Students working in the shop is a privilege, and you need to understand it's not a playground, it's a learning laboratory. But it's a learning laboratory with machines and processes that can easily injure or even kill you. You must be focused at all times when you're in the shop. And as long as you respect the shop, you'll be greatly rewarded in what you learn. Safety means to be protected from harm. And an accident is an unforeseen incident which usually results in damage to tools and equipment, or injury or even death to people. I don't call them rules for the shop. I call them expectations. Because my expectation is when you walk into the shop, you'll be doing these things each and every day. Expectation number 1. You will wear eye protection when you're in the shop. This is not negotiable. Eye protection needs to fit your face. It needs to be snug on your brows. It needs to wrap around the side of your head. And it needs to be snug up against your cheeks, if at all possible. And the whole purpose of eye protection is to keep something, an object, a piece of debris, dust, from getting in your eye and possibly even blinding you. Glasses wearers, you will need to wear goggles over your glasses just like I'm doing in this picture. And if you're found to be intentionally destroying eye protection, just like the 2 holes drilled through this perfectly good pair of oxygas cutting glasses, or if I see you destroying anything in the shop, I will be asking you to leave, and I will not be inviting you back. And there will be no questions asked. Expectation number 2, you need to know your safety equipment. You need to know where the first aid kit is, where are the fire blankets and how are they used. The eye wash station, where is it and how do you use it? Fire extinguishers and the fire alarm pools, where are they located? And the exits. Where's the exit that's going to get you out of this building the fastest in the event of an emergency? Most importantly, you probably need to know where these little things are. The emergency power kill switches. There is more than one in the shop. Expectation number 3. Do not use any tool or piece of machinery until you've been trained or cleared on how to use it. Expectation 4. And you guys, after wearing eye protection, this is probably the most important one. If you're unsure on how to use any tool or piece of equipment in our shop, ask. Believe it or not, I'm hired to answer your questions. So there's no stupid questions. Really. Expectation number 5, know your tools and equipment. Know where the on and off switch is. Know where that emergency power cutoff is located. And most of all, guys, know how to use them correctly. Expectation number 6, closed-toed shoes with all leather uppers are a must. And when I say all leather, it needs to be some kind of natural leather type product that is over the top of your foot. Mesh, sandals, flip-flops, fuzzy house slippers, not going to cut it. Cloth like Vans, not going to cut it, especially if you're in the welding area. Expectation number 7, long hair, jewelry, loose-fitting clothes. These are all a danger in the shop. And when I say loose-fitting clothes, I'm talking about hoodies with the strings dangling, or I'm talking about the sleeves that are loose and dangling down. You need to remove jewelry and either push back up the sleeves or take the hoodie off while you're working in the shop. And if you have long hair, please tie it back or tuck it under your shirt collar. The picture on the left, that's actual human hair that's caught in a machine in England. The lady survived this incident. The gentleman on the right you might recognize. He's Jimmy Fallon. He's the host of The Tonight Show on NBC. A couple of years ago, he had an accident in his house. He tripped on a carpet in his kitchen. As he fell, he grabbed for the counter, and the corner of his kitchen counter caught between his ring and his finger, and it very nearly amputated his finger right there. Fortunately, doctors were able to save it. Expectation 8. Know where your fingers are at all times. This is my rule. Don't use your fingers to flick things out of saws or out of moving parts of machines. And if you're wearing welding gloves or heavy gloves, do not use them around rotating parts of machines like saw blades or drills. They can very easily get caught in them. And when you're in our shop, do not pick up anything unless you know what it is. If you're in the welding area, treat all metal like it's hot. And if you're working in the construction area, treat everything like it's got splinters or sharp edges that are going to poke you. And finally, do not try to stop rotating or moving parts, even if you've turned the machine off. Let everything just stop by itself. We're not in a race here. Expectation number 9, know your hand tools. I will be doing a whole nother presentation on hand tools. But in general, always inspect them before you use them. Report any damaged tools to the instructor, and again, unless you're destroying something on purpose, things will break. Let me know. We can replace it or fix it. And most importantly, only use a tool for what it was made for. We'll go into more on that later. Finally, some general safety expectations. No running or horseplay in the building. Please don't distract or bother people who are working unless they're asking for your help. There are to be no phones, headphones, earbuds, or any other distractions while you're working out in the shop. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the rule. If I see you distracted, if I see headphones or earbuds in, I will be asking for the device. That means your cell phone or your iPad or iPod, whatever it is that you are connected to that's providing the distraction, I'll be asking for it. I will ask you to turn it off. You may pick it up from me at the end of class the first time. The second time you may pick it up in the office, and I'll be asking for your schedule to be changed because obviously you'd rather be dealing with the distraction and not the class. Please report all accidents, no matter how small they are, to me. Accidents could be anything from stubbing your toe to get a splinter. Anything that happens to you that's out of the ordinary, I need to know about. Make sure that you keep your area clean and neat. Clean up your area when I ask you to do so at the end of class. And please, no food or drinks in the shop work area. The only thing you're allowed to have is a water bottle. Students, these expectations should become second nature to you over time. You'll do them without even thinking about them. And if I correct you on something, please understand I'm not upset with you personally. I'm upset with an attitude that I'm seeing. I'm excited for us to be working in the shop, and I want you out there as quickly as possible doing the hands-on activities that are going to give you skills that you can use the rest of your life. I'll have the test for this, the questions for this presentation available through Google Classroom, or you can ask me to email you a copy of the questions. Welcome to class, everybody.